so many problems right now. So, 3 rounds to go. Unfortunately, Howling's not here due to his other commitments. So Nelson, who currently leads the championship, is in a very good situation here to not have it wrapped up, but have it secure. Amazing what different things can do. So Nelson's also been banned or suspended on his regular account, so he is regular at least for today. Quality is also 5 minutes due to the lack of people and the little bit of delay to the start. So he's having 2 5-minute sessions instead of a 10-minute and a 5-minute. So it looks like Jack Berman is on for a decent lap here on board his Mark VDS. His Alf Mark VDS, sorry. Hopefully it won't turn into a Estrella Galicia Mark VDS. Hopefully they've fixed that by now. So down the straight. And now hitting the brakes just before the first Monster Energy sign on the left there. Nice apex. Under the tunnel. Left, and then Victory Corner. And across the line to be the first person to set a lap time. Here comes Mini. The sole Grassini's bike. Here comes Deck, fresh from a 1-2 finish at Qatar. Taking his second win of the season, going from nowhere in the championships all the way up to 5th. So could he if he's consistent enough and gets quite a few wins in these last 3 rounds, he could still get into the top 3, possibly. Oh no, he's lost the front into the 90-degree right, and now we have Finley going round the final 3 corners. Can he go into pole position? He's been on the podium. I want to say he's had a pole position, but he's definitely had front row. Maybe that was definitely Jack Berman's had a pole. But Finley goes top. Can't quite remember if Finley's had one or not. But Josh crossed the line and he goes 3rd. Craig Nato with added slipstream from Deck goes into pole. That slipstream definitely helped him. So the 2 Red Bull KTM IOs lead the constructors, no, sorry, the teams lead the riders, so it's pretty much like real life, just absolute dominance, except Dex had a bit of ill fortune. So he's not second, even though he probably should be, well, he certainly should be in the top 3, but unfortunately he's in 5th. Jack Berman improving in the first 2 sectors. Looking to go into pole around the first hairpin. Josh is out, Finley is out. Winning improves in the 3rd sector. And down the hill through the 90-degree right, kissing the apex, and through the left. Cross the line, and it's pole position for now. For now, the Red Bull KTMs on the win. It seems like Nelson's just put a little bit of a gap over his teammate Deck. So I'm going to guess Nelson is going to get the pole out of the two of them. There you go, pole. Deck goes second. Craig Nater currently in the third sector. On board his Sky VR46 Calex. It's a personal best, sector 3. Could he go onto the front row? Somehow that's, I thought that was going to be valid, then somehow that he's got away with that. And he now goes down, start, finish straight. And he goes second. Wow. So Nelson's pole, Craig Nater second, Deck third, Jack fourth, Finley fifth, Mini sixth, and Josh in seventh. So 1 second covers the field.
Hello from the land of the rising.
Oh, and Josh is disconnected. Right, so unfortunately Josh can't race, but he'll be back for race 2 due to time constraint. But he'll be given 7th place. And we're off. Finley's he's jumped the start. As they go into turn 1, it's Nelson in first, Deck in second, Jack Berman in third, Mini in fourth. Mini always at the back of Deck. The Deck didn't take as much corner speed. As they now enter turn 3 for the first time. There goes Finley taking his first long lap. Oh, Jack Berman hitting the grass there, that's not good, and now Craig Nater's got the run on him as they enter turn 5. Yes, look at that. Oh, he's run a bit wide though. Oh no, Mini's at the curb and he's gone down. Finley actually failed his long lap, which is not actually that surprising for this track, because this track's long lap is very annoying. So Nelson looking to get away at the front. Oh no, Jack Berman's gone down, hitting the grass, and Craig Nater is now promoted to 3rd place, and Finley is into 4th. Jack Berman and Mini have come together, and they've both gone down. When he sends it up the inside into the hairpin. Jack Berman's gone wide, Mini goes up the inside. Look at that, Deck's right at the back, and I was at the curb and he's gone a bit wide. Is Jack Berman going to attack Mini into the 90-degree corner, yes he is. On the brakes, up the inside. And he's got it done. He's got a better exit though. Collision between the pair. And then he has to concede. So Nelson through turn 3. And now braking for turn 5. As he now enter the chicane. And now into the sequences of hairpins. He's taking a lot of curb there, forcing him to run a little bit wide on exit compared to his teammate. As he go through the second hairpin, set the bike up, and now down the straight. There's the brake for the 90-degree corner. Nelson's brakes very, very late. Wide. Deck sort of followed him, but not as bad. As Nelson took a trip through the gravel. Oh, Nelson once again out braking him. No, he's actually made it, but he had a massive moment on the brakes into turn 1 on the curb. Thought he was going to outbrake himself. He didn't. Craig Nater with the fastest lap of the race. So the mistakes these two are making is just keeping Craig Nater just there. He's not in any condition to fight at the moment because he's a bit too far back, but he has got decent pace at the moment. But I am starting to think that these guys are going to start to experience a brake fade possibly. I don't know how the brakes are on Moto 2, but it could be possible as Nelson goes onto the curb and sets the bike up. We've managed to get to the gap to over a second on deck, as that quickly goes back down to 8 tenths. It seems like Deck isn't able to make the bike turn as well compared to Nelson. I mean he's almost gone straight on into the gravel there at the hairpin. As they now go down the hill into the braking zone, I don't think Nelson's outbroke himself this time. No, he hasn't. Just keeping it on track. So is Deck. Definitely seems Nelson's the stronger of the two at the moment. Nelson with the fastest lap of the race. And Craig Nater is starting to approach Deck. And he's very close also to get a long lap penalty. Then he's been able to take both his long lap penalties and he's still 6 seconds ahead of Jack in 5th. So I think unless it's a crash, that's 4th, 5th and 6th sorted. So it's just these three which at the gaps at the moment are pretty much going to stay the way they are unless there's a big mistake by someone. This sort of just looks like the real battle in real life. You've got the two Red Bull KTMs off in the distance whilst the Sky VR46 bike is just trying to hang on. Deck is starting to close the gap a little bit on Nelson, but might be too little too late if Nelson keeps it on the road. And now into the braking zone. There's definitely some brake fading going on because Deck's braking very early. Look, Craig has gone wide. Yeah, brake's definitely starting to fade now as the guys are starting to outbrake themselves quite a lot and starting to run on. So penultimate lap of the race. Into turn 3 they go. Jack is starting to close in on Finley, but probably too little too late. And now into turn 5. So now into the hairpins they go. Down the straight. Let's go into the braking zone. Let's see Nelson go into the braking zone. The bike doesn't look like it wants to stop, but he's got it stopped. And Deck's got it stopped. What about Craig? He's got it stopped nicely. Looks like it. Finley here in 4th. Oh, he's got on the grass. That was your mouth stuff. And he's still on 4 warnings. But Nelson is already on the final lap of the race. Down the straight as he now enters turn 5 for the final time. So it's going to be another Red Bull KTM 1-2. This will extend their lead in the team's championship by quite a margin. Down the straight as Nelson goes into the 90-degree corner for the final time, over the curb, sliding the rear. Nicely done. Just 2 more corners to negotiate through victory corner, and Nelson's going to take the first race victory of the day. Extend his championship lead by a mile as he marches on to try and lift the championship. Deck, his teammate takes 2nd, Craig and 8 to 3rd, Finley will take 4th. Jack Berman will take 5th, and Minnie will come home in 6th. Excuse me. Nelson takes first, Deck second, Craig Nater third, Finley fourth, Jack fifth, and Minnie in sixth, with Josh in seventh after a disconnection. Yeah, excuse me. So Jay Davies is joining for this race. See if Josh can join. Right, let's go. Let's go. For the final race.
Here we are back at the track.
So it's sunny for qualifying. So Craig Nater, Jack Berman and Josh are out straight away, and Josh is actually the one who leads the charge. Who did lead the charge. So he's let Craig go in front of him because Craig was faster last time, so I'm guessing that it's going to be just a bit of strategy. Go a bit of slipstream, bit of a toe. So they go out of turn 2 and into turn 3 and 4. So under a minute, some 1 minute just gone already. This guy's only like 3 laps max. Through turn 5, Craig is just a little bit tentative there. He's made a little bit of mistake turning a little bit too early. Having to readjust the bike mid-entry for the long turn 6, and as you go into the chicane of turn 7 and 8. And now into the hairpins. Through the first one he goes. And now into the second one. The rear just trying to lift up there, but Craig keeping it down. And now braking hard for a 90-degree corner. Running over the curb. Davies has crashed. Oh, Craig running over the curb. That's unsettled the bike a massive amount, but somehow he keeps going. And Craig is going to set the opening lap of the session. So Craig goes to pole, Josh goes second. Here comes Nelson. Will he go back onto pole position? He was pole last time. Yeah, by just under a second, sorry. Finley now looking to set his first lap of the session. Oh, again, another curb hitter, and that was really nasty. Finley crosses the line and goes into second place. Jack Berman now coming out the final corner, set his opening lap of the session. And he goes into second. Really now going under the tunnel into turn 6. Deck sets a red sector 1. And now into the chicane. Who's that has gone down? That is Davies. Millie now goes down this straight, which also has starting grid on it. It's for the different layouts you can take. Can't remember what the actual name of the layout is called, but it's one of the 3 different layouts you can have on this track. Through the 90-degree ride and under the second tunnel of the lap. And through Victory Corner. You will go into 6th at worst. Where does he go? 6th. Excuse me. Deck is out of this qualifying session. So Deck will start from 7th. And Josh now exits the final corner. Where will he end up on the grid? He goes 3rd. Nelson is out. He's invalidated his lap somehow. So now it is just up to Finley, and he's lost time in the 3rd sector after taking 2 red sectors. Into the 90-degree corner. Through the left. Doesn't hit the curb this time, so he's going to get a lot more corner speed. Through Victory Corner, he's always run a bit wide though. Change direction was a little bit too late. But he crosses the line. And he doesn't improve, so now it's just Craiganator. Craig now into the final sector. Nicely through the final corner. He should improve. Will he gain any positions? He looks to go 2nd again, so Nelson's on pole, Craiganator again in 2nd, Jack Berman 3rd, Josh 4th, Finley 5th, Mini 6th, Deck in 7th, and Davies in 8th.
Hello from
So everybody's ready, so let's go. So can Nelson make it a double victory? And they're off. Nelson gets a good start. As they now enter turn 1. Josh goes up the inside. Now it's Jack Berman goes up the inside and takes 2nd place. Deck and Davies have had a coming together, but luckily no crash. As they now break into turn 3 for the first time. As all Finley getting a bit beaten, but oh no, that's Minnie's gone down and Deck's been taken with him. This is sort of just what I'm talking on about. Deck just is so unlucky in this championship, it's ridiculous. But so Nelson once again is away in 1st, Jack 2nd, Craig in 3rd, Josh in 4th, and Finley in 5th, with Davies in 6th. Into the chicane, and Jack Berman's right on the back of Nelson here. Nelson not even he's making a little bit of a mistake there. Jack Berman goes up the inside, he's fighting Nelson as they go side by side into the hairpin. But Nelson keeping the tight apex, very nice there. As now when to come up to the 2nd hairpin, will Jack Berman send one up the inside? No, he holds back. Oh, who's that? That's is that Josh? Josh has gone straight on at the 2nd hairpin. Jack Berman now has got some slipstream. but Nelson has got more power. Maybe he's just using this part of the track to increase the power mapping, but he's ran a bit wide at the 90-degree corner. Here we go into victory corner. Jack's right on his back wheel. Can he attack? He's going to get the better exit. He sets the bike up earlier. He's got the slipstream as they now enter turn one, across the start finish line for the first time, and they enter turn one. Will Jack send up the inside? Oh my god! Finley's bike's gone flying. Jack looks up the inside, but he comes and Finley's got a long lap. He does not deserve. He doesn't have to take that. He does not have to take that. He shouldn't have to take that. After what's happening, here goes Jack up the inside into turn 3. No. I hope Finley doesn't. Finley's taking a long lap, hasn't he? I know he hasn't. I don't know. But here we go. Jack is still right on Nelson's tail as they now enter turn 5. Nelson taking the defensive line. He comes back onto the racing line to defend the position. Under the tunnel as they enter turn 6. Jack giving Nelson maximum pressure as he goes into the chicane for the second time. Doesn't run wide this time. Josh has gone down. Josh is somehow in 4th place. I'm not quite sure how this has happened. His bike's he's just tumbling and tumbling. I'm guessing that's lag. As they go through the hairpin for this again, Nelson just takes that corner so tight. Just no way through for Jack there. And a lot of entry speed there, and he's able to get it just pinned down. He's got such control on the brakes. So look, Craig Yates is also hanging on to these two, so 3-way battle for the lead. Sort of Austria-esque from a couple of weeks ago. Oh, Jack Boone's run a bit wide, and that might just give Nelson the breathing space he needs to then have a bit less worries, and he can start chipping away and putting in the rhythm. As he enters turn 1 again, sets the fastest lap and looks to be on his way to another victory, his 7th of the season, if he can cross the line, if he can make it to the end, which I have no doubt that he will. Oh! That was very, very lucky. Oh my god. That was nearly a horrific commentary curse. As he enters turn 5, sliding in the rear. But Jack taking it nice and tight, and Craig there. So Finley, despite his lag crashes in 4th, I mean, we'll take the long lap off him because he got a long lap for absolutely nothing. Nelson making another mistake into the chicane, and Jack closing in. He's closing 4 tenths on this lap already. And once again, Nelson taking out a very nice tight line. Oh, Deck's gone down again. Where's he crashed? And he's gone. He is out of here. Nelson's managed to get the gap just under a sec, back up to under a second. Using a lot of curb on entry. As he now enters the final couple of corners. And across the line to start lap 4. So these 3 now look to be in a pretty safe podium position, providing they stay on the bike. Oh, Uzat Davies has gone down, and his bike is on the other circuit. as Nelson once again goes into the chicane. He takes the bail line this time, ain't losing any time. Jack Berman now starting, the gap is starting to close between him and Craig. So could Craig snatch second place from Jack here? Nelson now got a 2-second gap, but these two have really closed up, so Jack's mid-race pace has sort of just dropped. I think Craig might have made a bit of a mistake there, having a bit of slipstream. He's probably braked where he brakes usually, and just that couple of extra mile an hour has probably caused him to go a bit wide. And Davies has crashed again. And Davies is gone. Jack managed to get the gap up back to 1.3 seconds. It's that little scare he had where the gap just shrunk. Is now over for now anyway. With just these 1.5 laps to go with this race. Nelson doing what he has to do to win the championship. Taking maximum 30 points, which will make his life a lot easier next week, so he won't even have to win races. He'll just have to get like 2 third places or something like that. Maybe not even that. Whoa, Craiginator has just gone down, and that's now going to allow Finley to take 3rd place. Craiginator with a massive mistake there. And he's just thrown away his podium. His second podium of the day. Nelson running over the curb there. So, bit of lack of concentration from some of the riders here. Quite a few mistakes. So Jack's now got the gap to 1.2. If he hadn't have slowed down on lap 4, he could have been right. He could possibly right on the back of Nelson here. Could have left. But unfortunately, it's not. So Nelson leads by 1 second over Jack Berman, who is continuing to push. And has also taken the fastest lap of the race from Nelson, so Jack's pushing on. Into turn 5 for Nelson. Nelson is pushing the bikes, making all kinds of shapes. Goes from turn 6. Now into the he will come into the chicane. He's in the 3 times he's taken the chicane, he's run wide 3 times. Usually on the even number of laps he takes it nice, which he has done. It's now just a hairpins, and then 4 more turns to do, and Nelson will be taking a double victory at Motegi, which will be his 2nd double of the season. Ever since he took his first victory, he's not been off the podium in the races in which he's competed in, because obviously he wasn't a Kimi ring. On the curb, he goes into turn 9, into 90 return, through the last couple of lefts into victory corner, and Nelson is going to take his 7th victory of the season and be 1 step closer to winning the championship, and takes the fastest lap as well on the last lap. Jack Berman takes 2nd. Finley, despite his lag crash, will bring it home in 3rd. Craiginator 4th. He'll be disappointed. Mini in 5th with Josh in 6th.
The stars of this thrilling race finishing their cool-down laps, so let's take advantage of this moment to take a look at the Moto2 final results. While the riders complete their lap
Right, so we have it. So Nelson first, Jack second, Finley third, Craig fourth, Mini 5th, Josh 6th, Davies 7th, and Deccan 8th. So I just have to remember who it was. Craig who got third in the first race, wasn't it? Right, so we'll go with Craig. So Craig, it was a good qualifying for you. In both qualifying sessions, actually, you got second both times, and in the first race you managed the two Red Bulls got away, but you hung with them. But then, unfortunately, as the laps went by, they just continued to extend the gap. But you brought him a very well deserved third place, so congratulations.
Thank you. I just tried to manage the brakes because that's the one issue I think we all had throughout the race was the brakes. The first race I stuck with everyone, well, the front two for a bit, and then as the laps were counting down, I was like, there's no need to push and push. I just settled for third. I was watching the gap between me and Finley, and it seemed like he was making mistakes. I presume that's due to overheating his brakes and whatnot. But I'm just really happy about getting a podium and starting front row, obviously, as well.
Yeah. So well done. I think you'll be a bit annoyed about the second race with the mistake you made, but
yeah.
but yeah, well done on your podium.
Thank you.
Deck is here. Okay. So Deck, you were second in the first race. You were just behind Nelson, and unfortunately Nelson just had a little bit stronger pace than you. But you still got second. How was it?
Good race and a redone.
Okay, nice and short. So well done on second. Lucky about the last race, but well done. So now you go with Nelson. So Nelson, perfect. Well, we'll get on to race 2 later on, but race 1, you got pole, you got the whole shot, and then you proceeded to just do lap and lap, pretty much no mistakes, and you took the win. So well done.
Yeah, thank you. So yeah, I mean, race 1 was yeah, I mean, quite easy. I think my teammate had some troubles with the front end in the first race, so it let me manage to get pull away in the later stage of the race. But I just want to say congrats to my teammate as well for making it a 1-2 again for the team, so that will bump us up in the standings for sure. And of course, the double win here is really important for the championship. So yeah, great results here today, and let's push on for the rest of the season.
Alright, so well done on your win, and speak to you in a moment. So Finley, you got third place. I don't know what happened to you. I think it was on lap 2 where I saw your bike just going flying towards me. So I don't know if you had a lag crash or what, then you got a long lap penalty, which I was hoping you wouldn't serve, which I don't think you actually did. But then you were lucky enough to inherit third place after Craig made a bit of a mistake into one of the hairpins, and then you just brought the bike home. So, well, on a podium, and how was it?
Yeah, it was good. Congrats to Nelson, Craig, Deck, and Jack on their podiums. Both races were really, start of them a disaster, but the start of race 2 I had a good-ish start. I was sticking with Craig, Jack, and I think it was lap 2 or something. I crashed. The bike went flying into the wall and gave me a long lap for no reason. I don't know what happened about that. I didn't hear anything, but I'd assumed it'd be taken off. But yeah, same with the race before at Qatar. Tyres in the first race were dreadful. Second race they decided to come out good, but the brake favour was terrible in these races. But it's unlucky to Craig. He could have got a double podium, but happy to be back on the podium and move onwards from here.
Yeah, so bit dramatic, but with your long lap, but I'm glad you didn't you expect it to be taken off. So yeah, well done on your podium, and hopefully you can finish the season in style in these last 4 races.
Thank you.
So Jack, you had a good start, and you were in the first 2 laps you were putting Nelson under some real pressure. He was making a couple of mistakes here and there, but you could never really make a full-on attack to get in front of him. And then unfortunately, it seems like lap 3 and 4, especially lap 4, you seem to drop off. I don't know why that was, but you seem just to really drop off. But then on lap 5 is at the fastest lap. Unfortunately, Nelson then went on lap 6 to set the fastest lap, so you couldn't get a win or fight or have a go at him. But you did well to keep him under pressure for the whole race. And how was it?
Well, yeah, the race was good, but I just, is that right if I talk about race 1 just like... Basically, yeah, on race 1 I had an early crash, and in that race I was just hoping to get some good race pace in so I could focus on race 2, and that's what I did. So on race 2 qualifying, I had a good qualifying P3, and straight away from the start I knew I was going to attack. Like straight away I wanted to fight and put Nelson under some good pressure. So that's what I did. I overtook Craig. Craig was like 4 tenths behind me on lap 1, but I wouldn't let Nelson go. But coming on to lap 3 and lap 4, I don't know, brakes seemed to get a bit cooler, so I decided to push, and I got the fastest lap. But I don't know if that encouraged Nelson to push a bit more just in case. But yeah, the race, happy with the result, happy, yeah, that I didn't crash again after what happened in race 1, but unlucky for Craig for his crash. But yeah, it's a good race.
Yeah, well done for doing well in that race. I'm sure the victory will come soon.
Yep.
So Nelson 2 for 2. The second race, fun to see is the first one. You kept getting Jack on your tail, but you managed to hold him off. And you took your 7th win of the season, and you're very close now to wrapping up the championship, so well done.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Jack was giving it behind me, so it made me a bit nervous, but I just collected myself up, and yeah, a lot of things started happening, started running wide, starting like brake phase just starting to interfere with me trying to pull away, but yeah, Jack was really on point behind me, but I managed to just brake a bit earlier and have a slow in, fast out maneuvers in every corner, and it helped me to extend the gap to where it was. Stole the last lap, stole the fastest lap, the last lap too, and I mean all positive vibes this 2 races. So let's see what we can do in the second race. In the next round. That's what I mean.
Yeah, so well done on your 2 victories. I don't know how many points you're going to have to score, but it's probably a race win or something like that, or a podium, and that'll be enough. But yeah, that's been it for round 8. We'll see you next week for round 9. No, we won't, because I'm not here. Just remembered that. So good job I remembered. So I'm not available on Friday. This is news to everyone. But I'm out Friday. So unless we move the day, won't be happening. But yeah, see you in the next round. Goodbye.